What up, Dokkaners? As many of you may have expected, the LR coming up for part 2 is going to be LR Tien. This unit was sort of revealed to us in the Million Arena details, because in the title thing that they were showing, they showed Goku on the left, they showed Tien on the right. So a lot of us were expecting this. I personally was expecting this unit to be an AGL unit, just so that it would directly contradict the STR Yamcha in the Million Arena event. But it's actually Extreme STR. So let's go ahead and take a look at the animations and the details and everything. For some of you who might be confused why this video is not what you were expecting, it's because I did attempt to record this on the live stream and for some reason didn't record. And this has been happening now several times, which is kind of worrying me. Am I going to be able to continue recording live? I don't know. But let's just go ahead and redo this whole thing. I'm going to pretend like I haven't seen this stuff already. And yeah, let's jump in. Okay, here we go.
I might just possibly be able to have an enjoyable fight.
Wait, I just realized there's a volleyball on his card art. Did I see that right? Here comes the volleyball play. Open ball. Yeah. And this is the counter. I was really hoping that they would have a shot of Tien's stare right before the counter, like in the anime. This shot. Very Saitama-esque. Okay, anyway, let's continue.
Here goes nothing. I'm aiming right for the stakes. Try beam!
Sounds good. We are getting one step closer to a Dokkan Festival Android Cell Saga Tien. I'm waiting for that. All right, let's check out the JP version.
Yes, 少しは楽しい勝負ができそうだぜ。
That pose is so clean. Animation is just really clean. For a part 2 LR out of nowhere, it is surprising how clean this is. All right, we've seen all this. We can skip this.
行くぞ。
行くぞ。
狙いは無舞台だ。気候風。
I think Tien in the dub sounds better, but both sound really good. And I love the little, that's a nice touch. I didn't notice this initially when I first saw this in the first video, but he's breathing, like he's panting afterwards, which is obviously like what happens. But there you go. So that is your first look at, well, my first look anyway, at the Tien animations. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the unit on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of animations. Pretty solid if you ask me, or again, a unit that is showing up out of nowhere, not really out of nowhere, but you know, on a banner that is a major skip. We've got a massive celebration coming up. This is the last hurdle before that. So this is the LR, the new version yellow coin LR. So it is a dual category, 200% lead for final trump card and Earthlings. Earthlings now has a 200% leader skill. The last time we had a category lead for Earthlings, guess. Just guess. Actually, if you've seen my videos, you know. It's Prime Battle Krillin. Prime Battle Krillin. 160% free to play Prime Battle Krillin. So it is long overdue that we see a surge in abilities for the Earthling category. Now, as far as the category overall, I wouldn't call it like super busted, but with the emergence of Dragon Ball Saga during this part 1, part 2 block, we do have some very nice pieces that could run on a pretty decent team, honestly, because you've got these two, you got General Blue, you got Mercenary Tao. You've got Bulma. Bulma's her appeal has skyrocketed with the sort of resurgence of this. You've got the 10th anniversary banner unit. This guy's good. Chi-Chi's good. Mai's good. Like, there are some nice pieces that can fit on this team now. So Earthlings isn't going to become top tier, but it definitely gets a big boost. So once again, They are doing what they've been doing lately, which is making older categories look better. Not 100% top tier, but they're getting them there. And this just means that in a couple of celebrations, maybe like half a year from now, these sorts of categories are 1 or 2 pieces away, which is very, very good. So 200% lead for Earthlings, final trump card. For the super attack, we are raising attack for 1 turn, causing colossal and lowering attack and defense. On the 18 key, we are greatly raising attack. Oh, you know what? We're greatly raising attack permanently. I missed this in the first read through. Causes mega colossal damage to the enemy and lowers attack and defense. Okay. So this is actually a perma stack. I didn't realize that. Okay, so now for the passive. So activates entrance animation upon the character's entry. There's no restriction for that, which is great. Key +4 to 8 randomly at the start of the turn for 10 turns. Since this is a singular activation, this means whatever the random number generator gives you, that is the amount of key you will be getting for the first 10 turns. So it could be 7 for 10 turns, could be 4 for 10 turns, could be 6, 7, you know. So there you have it. Which I don't know what the wordplay is here, 4 and 8. I'm sure someone can explain that. Basic effects, key +2 attack and defense +250. All allies, defense +30% for 2 turns. Before receiving an attack within the turn, damage reduction +75%. After receiving an attack as the first attacker in a turn, defense +400%, damage reduction +30%, key +3, attack +100%, defense +200%, and damage reduction rate +20% for 3 turns. So yeah, you lose 75% here, but you're still, you basically lose 25% damage reduction for the first 3 turns. You have 50% damage reduction. You also have a little bit of extra defense here, plus 400% more defense, which is awesome on top of all of this, and some key. As the second or third attacker in a turn, attack +100%, defense +200%, attacks effective against all types for 4 turns. Attack +400%, defense +200%, and chance to dodge 70% when attacking. Wait, hold on. He gets all of this at once. I just realized I did not notice this before either. I've been playing so much Gekishin Squadra that I'm like burnt out. Okay, so actually he's getting 500% attack, 400% defense with a pseudo crit for 4 turns. He's also an STR type, so he's already got a built-in chance for a crit, and he has a 70% chance to dodge in slots 2 or 3. So he has 2 very significant functions in your rotations. He could function as a slot 1, granted a temporary one. I've been saying recently that what Dragon Ball Saga is truly missing at this point is a dominant stopper, a very solid defender to helm the rotations. This guy can do that temporarily, but it's a step in the right direction. And then this guy can just service as a great attack dog along with the Mercenary Tau. When receiving a Ki Blast Super, high chance to dodge and counters with tremendous power, nullifies and counters with tremendous power if there's a Kamehameha category enemy. So yeah, actually, while his links, we were talking about this in the other recording, while the links do cater more towards the offensive, so his defense seems to be a bit lacking, it actually does work well with a counter. It works well with the pseudo crit. It works well with a lot of the different things that we see on the character. In fact, let me pull up what these links are. So Crane School, I don't remember these because they're just not some you're used to seeing. Crane School is 20%. Infighter is 15%. Defense -15%. Incredible Adventure, that's the key boosting one. Key +3, attack and defense +7%. Guidance of the Dragon Balls gives you crit chance +7 and attack +20%. And then Dodon Ray gives you another 15%. So it's true, like all of his links are attack focused, attack oriented. So if you are trying to make this guy just an unstoppable machine, well, not unstoppable, but a very, very powerful offensive force, you're throwing this guy into slot 2 and you are embracing the do or die with the 70% chance to dodge. Or if you want to play a little bit more conservative, you would put this guy in slot 1 and he gives you some nice tanking early, and then he still continues to give you some nice tanking early, which slowly tapers off after a few turns. And at that point, the match might be decided, the rotations might be solidified, you'll have other abilities that can kick in. This guy works well within the confines of Dragon Ball Saga so far. So this unit looks promising, but it's a niche character on a niche category. So this, in my opinion, doesn't scream like a must summon. Similar to the Mercenary Tau, not a must summon. Obviously, these 2 characters are convenient right now, especially considering the Millennium Arena event is available. So of course, these characters are going to be more useful. But in the grand scheme of things, these characters are not going to be must-have characters for meta teams down the road. So I don't think that this character is worth summoning for, other than your pity summons. Now, as far as the pity summons, I'm thinking that the unit is going to be dropping within a day or so, but I spoke to Proton and it's looking like we're going to be having the summons more so in a few days. The reason why I just assumed otherwise was just because normally, ever since we've had this Dokkan special day thing, we have been getting we have been getting the banners as soon as the tickets essentially show up. So that's why I was just kind of assuming that. But if it's going to be a couple of days, then basically what you'll be doing is you'll have an opportunity to pick up those tickets for free and then wait for a couple of days and then summon. And there's no rush. There's nothing going on in Dokkan. So either way, I think it'll work out for those people who are considering summoning. I wouldn't recommend even going as far as the pity for this character. While the pity exists and while it's nice to have, I don't think this character is worth pursuing the pity for those of you who cannot afford it. For those of you who are whales or whatever who really want to pick up the character, yeah, that's your prerogative. But I'm speaking to those of you who are on a budget or who might otherwise be unsure of what to do. This character can wait. This is a luxury character for a category that is not meta defining, just a fun extracurricular activity while we wait for the major canonical stuff to show up, if that makes sense. So yeah, the unit looks good. And I will do a showcase for the character when I pull the unit. As far as how many, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really feel like summoning. I'm so fixated on Gekishin right now, I don't even want to summon. So I really do hope that this actually takes a couple more days, because at least then the network test will be finished before I actually jump back into like major Dokkan stuff. All right, that's it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously leave a like down below. Leave in the comments your thoughts on the STR LR Tien. Were you expecting the typing? Were you expecting the leader skill? What are your thoughts on the units overall? How would you build the unit? How many stones do you have? Are you going to be summoning past the pity? Let me know all your thoughts, anything and everything in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.